You can have a seat right there, Eden.
Alright.
Nope, in that chair, right there, Eden.
This chair's fucked.
My partner will be here in a few minutes. Do you need anything?
Anything like...
Water or soda?
That's it? Water or soda? Okay, let's say water or soda. You're a monster?
Meet Eden Ekholm, an unemployed, narcissistic man-child who's been brought into the Martin County Police Station as a person of interest in a violent crime. His sense of entitlement and ignorance to the functions of the justice system will be on full display throughout this interview. Escorting him to the room is Detective Cassandra Foles, a 7-year veteran of the Martin County Crimes Unit.
You take these, I'm not gonna cry.
Let's see here. Hey, I'm Jeff with Martin County PD Crime Unit.
Eden with an E.
Oh, E-D-E-N. Like Garden of Eden?
E. It's E. Yes. No, it's. I don't know about the garden thing. It's E-D-E-N. Eden.
This is Detective Jeff Paddock. He's perfectly aware that the suspect's name is Eden, not Aiden, but wants to assert dominance in a subtle manner right off the bat. His choice to wear a military-style protective vest is rather unusual, and might be a calculated play to make Eden fancy himself a more threatening figure than he actually is. It's a counterintuitive strategy, but one that some experts in the field have suggested may elicit oversharing from particularly self-absorbed subjects, and Detective Paddock's research-heavy approach might have led him to this decision.
Okay, I want to have a straightforward, open dialogue with you. I want to make sure that we're both being honest with each other, truthful. So I'm just going to ask that you give me some respect, and I'll give you the same respect that you deserve as well. Okay?
That sounds like transactional. That's not respect, but
Okay.
I'm not agreeing to anything. I'm here.
No.
I'm here to answer questions. So.
Alright, we'll see where that takes us, alright? But at the very least, you gotta be truthful with me. There's no purpose in you being here otherwise, right?
Yeah.
We agree to that?
That we're going to be truthful.
Yeah. I'll uphold my oath, and you uphold your oath.
I haven't taken. What is your oath?
My oath is to clear the name of anybody that I come across who's innocent until I catch the bad guys.
This channel finds no record of such an oath ever having existed in the Martin County precinct. But if Detective Paddock wants to make his own oath, there's nothing stopping him.
I don't believe that. But I will be straightforward with you.
Okay, so that's your
Nothing to hide.
Alright, look, so all I'm asking is that you give me an honest testimony. You don't have to talk about anything you don't want to talk about. Very simple. And hopefully we can get through this quickly and we'll see you on your way, okay?
Hope so.
Okay. As of right now, yes, you haven't been charged with a crime. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I
Okay.
should hope so.
Alright, now before we begin, let me make complete sure that you understand. And I understand who I'm speaking with here, the right Eden Ekholm. So, Eden, you were born... The address there? Okay, very good. Now, since our conversation is going to touch on an open criminal investigation, I'm going to read you your rights. Now, you probably heard them before, seen them on the TV show Cops. They're called the Miranda rights.
We would normally skip the reading of the rights, but this is one of the most excruciating Miranda readings you'll ever see, and one of many early indicators of Eden's neurotic disposition.
Okay, are you familiar?
I think I've heard of that.
Okay. Good, good. Well, by law, I do have to read these to you. Okay.
I don't know the word for word, so.
Alright, well, that's a good thing, because by law, I'm required to read these to you for this interview, okay? So, what I'm going to do is just stay with me here until we get to the end, then I'll have you go ahead and sign a copy of this, make sure that I am aware and you are... Yeah, I'm not going to tell you you can't. That's fine by me.
Though posture mimicking is a time-tested interrogation technique, Detective Paddock risks being perceived as malleable or even desperate by following the subject's lead in taking out his vape, since this would typically be seen as unprofessional.
Alright, so at the very end of this, I'll have you just go ahead and sign, make sure that we both understand that you understand your rights, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before you speak with us.
No, I don't know where.
Just let me finish here. You just gotta get through this, okay? You have the right to consult with your lawyer before you speak with us.
I don't have a lawyer. I will represent myself.
You have the right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. You don't have to get one, okay? Like, you can argue for yourself if you want to, if you choose to, but I still have to read this, so bear with me. If you choose to begin answering questions, you may stop and request one at any time.
Request a.
You have the right to ask for a lawyer, even if you choose to forgo it. Does that all make sense to you? That's all I need to know.
It makes sense.
Okay. Alright, well, lastly, I need to make you aware that this interview is being recorded for video and audio purposes as well. Do you understand? Yeah, there's camera right there, and I think, over there as well. Alright.
Can you read that again in case I missed anything?
So, you want me to go back through and reread this?
Yes.
Okay, alright. Now, do you understand all this? As I presented it, just go ahead and sign down there on the bottom.
Can you reprint it on one sheet that's like front and back instead of 2 pages?
You want it reprinted.
Yeah, I don't want it where it's like you could add things to it.
So you won't sign this unless it's on one sheet of paper?
Correct.
Alright, give me just a bit here.
This from the guy who just expressed his contempt for lawyers.
You need any more nasal strips? You good on nasal strips?
Serious? Yeah. Could you add more? These might come out. If I sweat them off all the time.
Alright, Eden went ahead and got this front and back. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at that, make sure it meets your standards, and go ahead and sign that form for me if you would.
I can afford an attorney. It's not clear on one.
You can save your money, keep it, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, as long as you understand the rights. Okay. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, Eden, can you tell me how long you've lived at? How did you come to live there?
So, please, one question at a time. But don't do 2 questions. That's
You're
very particular about how I answer questions.
You're right. You're right. Let's go with how'd you come to live there?
My parents lived there. I think it's my dad's house technically. So yeah, kind of. Well, we lived in a townhouse at first, and then we moved there, and that was just where I lived.
Okay. So you said that was your parents' house. Now, do you still currently live there with your parents?
Not with my parents. No, they moved out. They I think they said they built it. Not like with their hands, but they had a house built, and then I had moved away for a little bit, and then I came back to like help out with stuff around the house, and they were like, "Well, you've like helped us out a lot, so you can basically live here rent free, just pay the utilities, because you know."
Nice. Okay. So you live there by yourself now?
Yeah.
Okay. And aside from the period when you briefly moved out, how long have you lived there since?
I mean, you're asking me to do math. I'm like 15 years, maybe. I'm kind of older than I look.
15. Okay. All right. Any other locations you recall spending a night or more in the past, say, 30 days? So, friends, house, hotel, anything like that?
Not for the whole night.
Okay. Great. All right. So, long-time local like myself, how'd you get to be a Hoosiers fan?
That's a loaded question. Please don't ask loaded questions either.
Right. So,
It's just what I don't even. Is it a sports thing? I don't even know what they play.
they got all kinds of sports. It's college.
Oh.
So just the shirt then,
Yes.
just like it. Okay. All right. Did either one of your parents go there?
I don't know.
Did you go to college? What's the extent of your education?
most of high school.
You didn't finish?
Just wanted to get out of there as soon as I could. I got a GED, I tested out. I just didn't want to be there any longer.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
I mean, there was like a lot of drama. I would always get caught up in the middle of it for no good reason, and just complete shit show. Just not the place to be.
Eden is likely referring to a well-documented incident that he remembers perfectly well, in which he cast himself in a series of memes depicting him as a brooding philosopher type with a sensitive side, cursed to play along with the high school party life. His classmates flipped this self-indulgent act on its head in favor of a more accurate depiction, a stuck-up loner who talks big game but can't back it up, sometimes implying that he was mentally ill or had violent tendencies. Detective Jeff is probably aware of this, but doesn't want to completely embarrass Eden just yet. Back to the interview.
Tell me about when you moved out of your parents' house. What prompted that?
What prompted it? I mean, I wasn't gone very long. I was changing scenery, I guess.
Not a job or anything like that?
Not a particular job. I mean, I was kind of looking for people who might be more like-minded that I would want to work with.
What kind of people were we talking about?
Just people who are not, just kind of non-conformists, not into all the office politics and corporate bullshit.
Okay, well that's hard to get away from. I feel you. Mm-hmm. How's your relationship with your family?
Pass.
They passed? Like,
No, pass on the question.
oh, you don't want shit. Okay. Maybe if you can, just rank it with like 1 to 10, something like that.
I said pass. That's basically the same question. I'm not. If I say pass, it means this has nothing to do with whatever you need to know about me. It's a moot point, not a relevant question. Just to set the precedent, my relationship with my family is fine. It's
All right.
so it's not that I'm being dodgy or insecure. I don't like that you're implying that. Move on.
You have a girlfriend?
You asking because of the hickey on my neck? I don't keep girls around for a long time. Yeah.
Okay. I can tell that your time is very valuable to you, and my time is valuable to me as well. So, in this, I just want to make sure I'm getting a good picture of somebody, so I have some context as to what the relationship
You're not gonna
is.
you're not gonna get to know me on this therapy level. So just, I would appreciate if you didn't try to do that. I get probably most of the people that come in here, you have to lube them up real good before they're gonna talk and slip up, and that's not me. I will get to the point if you ask relevant questions. Yeah, and I don't even know what this is relevant to, so I'm just kind of trying to work with you.
Eden would like us to believe that he's terribly bothered to be here. But remember, he's still free to leave at any time. He's most likely relishing the spotlight and wants to give off that he's way too cool for this, even though it's the coolest he's felt in years.
Oh, look, if I asked a question that's too invasive, I'm fine with you saying pass, and we'll move on, okay? I think most people appreciate the opportunity to give some background, and honestly, it really helped me out to kind of know
I
kind of
hope you
person
out
I'm
with something, but I need
dealing with.
to trust you first. We're not at that level.
Well, maybe I can scrape the surface here a little bit, all right? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and move these pants for my best here. You know what? I think you're a pretty good kid. So I'm not gonna do that.
It's not because you realize it's a dumb fucking idea and you don't need those because I've already been checked and you're getting hot and sweaty.
Nah, see, in law enforcement, you can't be too safe, alright? So, but, like I said, it's one of those things. I think you're a pretty good kid. I don't think you're gonna cause me any
Stop calling me a
issues today.
kid. Like I said, I'm older than I look, so.
Eden really wants us to know that he's older than he looks, and might even be trying to elicit a guess from one of the detectives. But at 2 weeks shy of 31, Eden is actually younger than his baggy eyes and thinning hair might suggest.
Okay, alright. So let me ask you this, and maybe you'll see where I'm sort of going here. Notice that you're a part of some online groups. Nothing wrong with that, per se. I want to know what you can tell me about these groups.
You have to be more specific than that. I don't.
Well, let me hear it from you so I don't put some words in your mouth, alright?
Yeah,
What kind of things do you like to do on the internet?
I mean, Yeah, the internet. Like, I watch movies, YouTube, Reddit, discussion threads
About the movies?
about whatever. I mean, there's a lot of things you can
What kind of movies do you like?
pass.
Pass on movies.
Yeah, you're not going to watch the same movies that I watch. I don't want to have to explain them to you.
I might.
It's not going to get you anywhere.
Okay. Fair enough. Can you elaborate on the discussion threads that you were just talking about? Is that doesn't matter how random it is, just whatever you want to share.
You're asking about discussion threads that's gun specific, so like which ones?
Well, I mean, you said some Reddit and things like that. Are there any other ones?
Yeah, there are other ones.
Are you familiar with RipDeck?
RipDeck, yeah, I've been on RipDeck.
Well, I asked because I can see that you've recently been active on a number of those subdecks.
How would you know which ones I've been active on? I mean, that right there actually tells me that you've probably been doing some shady shit and you're, I don't know, tracking my IP address or something, because,
Why would you assume that?
well, I use encrypted software to try to secure my connections. It's not something that you should be able to easily identify. Right? And for exactly this reason, so that I would know if somebody's invading my privacy. So it's already kind of getting off on the wrong foot.
Well, I mean, whatever security features you use, you understand that posting information on public forums is public and visible to the public. You get that right?
But now you see, you're gonna have to be specific about what you're talking about, because
I mean, you've shared personally identifying information on your RipDeck. I can confirm the username if you want. Let's see. Yeah, right here. It's.
okay,
Is that you? Right?
may or may not be me.
So far, it seems that Eden's secure access methods consist of nothing more than private browsing mode and erasing cookies, while leaving a trail of crumbs behind him.
Alright. I didn't say I was concerned, I just hoped that you would tell us what you know about some of these groups, okay? So, you're first
Tell me what you would like to know, officer.
Alright, so, with these groups, or subdecks, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's start with the easy ones. If this username here is you, and you don't have to tell me. In fact, let's pretend like it's not. Okay, just for the sake of this. But what can you tell me about, in no particular order here? Start with /Hikomori.
Hikomori. It's like a philosophy of like rejecting the shame that society would try to put on people for depending on the people who brought them into the world against their will, and you know, they kind of stay at home, stay in their room, let them take care of them, because I mean they don't usually feel like they need all the things that society says you need. So it's just you brought me here, keep me alive.
So you got some issues with society?
Well, again, I didn't say that I'm one of these, so I'm not going to confirm or deny that.
Would you say that you're reclusive?
Sure.
Do you think of yourself as a follower of this Hikomori?
Again, I live alone, so most of them are living with parents or somebody that they depend on.
So, okay. Well, I see. Can I ask you where you get your living from?
Yeah,
Are
you
you-
can. You can ask.
How do
Social
you-
Security.
Social Security, okay. And when did you start collecting that?
In the last 10 years, I started having back spasms, and yeah, I qualified. So just why not?
Okay, so that's why you don't work?
I mean, it's still a limiting factor. I've looked for work. I've worked, but it is kind of.
What kind of work have you done?
I've done event planning, like just freelance. Had a job in film and TV, doing screenplays,
Film and TV.
scripts, like kind of as like the last set of eyes before stuff went public. And
Eden's job was actually a minimum wage, minimum skill work from home role, editing closed captions on low-tier productions for a streaming service contractor, completely disconnected from any sort of screenwriting.
There's a lot of responsibility.
When did that come to an end?
I don't remember exactly when it was, but I mean, yeah, automation pushed out a lot of that industry, so.
He held the job for 2 weeks.
Well,
Had fun on last.
well, since we're talking about these subdecks here, maybe you can tell me about this subdeck called /gifting.
It's just, I mean, people who are more in touch, more aware.
Very confident.
I mean, you can't like fake humility if you know that you're gifted. Like, you have to accept that before you can do anything with it.
Okay. And /6D.
6 dimensions. It's people who just they see more planes of reality. It's like they're tapped into the complexity of reality from like a quantum physics point of view.
So you said it's people who see more dimensions of reality. So more than who?
NPCs, like
And what's NPC stand for?
non-player character, or negative product character.
So non-player character, like from a video game.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. And the other meaning?
Negative product character. That's just like someone whose net output is below 0.
Which of these definitions does /NPC log pertain to?
That's for non-player character. It's like. Yeah.
So it's a log, like a list.
Not a list. It's like documenting NPC behavior
Nice.
in public like sightings.
Okay. What about awakes?
People who are aware of high reality. It's less like to do with string theory and more just aware.
Okay, gotcha. So you see yourself as one of these awakes?
Yeah. I mean, if
I
you see
assume.
yourself, you're in a way.
Okay. And simulation /simulation.
Self-explanatory.
Oh, sorry, it's not to me. Maybe I'm not that intellectual.
Like space-time linear reality is. We recognize that that's a simulation. That
Okay, that wasn't exactly clear.
Yeah, I mean that there's like has to be a baseline, and an external baseline reality that
Thank you for explaining.
Cartesian bias is.
Alright.
Is
So /attuned.
Oh, that's yeah. Again, less to do with sciencey shit. It's just aware,
Aware of what?
like aware. Period.
As opposed to
Most people are not conscious at all.
how would a person function if they weren't conscious?
Automatically, just like a plant or tree or cancer.
So most
operate.
people are closer to a cancer than human.
Well, they're still human, but they're just running on autopilot.
So how are you able to respect people who don't believe they are aware?
Oh, you don't? Why would I?
You don't respect them.
No. I mean, I respect them as an organism,
Do you think
but
I'm
they
aware?
don't have a thought process. Do I think what?
Do you think I'm aware?
I mean, you can't assume. I mean, I guess my default assumption is no, but
No,
probably not.
I don't
I
get.
have no signs that you're.
I just don't get how you can explain that we're sitting here having a conversation if I'm not aware of anything. You understand how that sounds,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I understand. I wouldn't expect you to.
Okay, well, moving on. We have /true kings /true queens.
Oh, True Kings is like potentially confirmed awares, and
Are they like celebrities in these communities?
they're not celebrities, but like you're tracking who's who. Like if they present a good case, you kind of know that they're legit, and then they usually recommend the Truth Queens, and then you're like, okay, so that's somebody you would look out for potentially if you were you would sleep with if you were pro-natalist, or at least you might copulate with them, and then but that way you can interact with real ones because you know who they are.
Okay. So is that a thing on here? Everyone's kind of seeking companionship, protection, that kind of stuff.
I mean, I can't speak for everyone. It's part of it, kind of. I guess. I mean, to me, it's more just about like it's a community. Like it's interaction. It's a place to interact with people who you know are actually inhabiting the same.
So what are you trying to
reality as you?
What are you trying to get out of it?
Get out of it? Yeah, interaction.
So you like interaction?
I like yeah, sure. I like interaction.
I mean, it's okay if you're an introvert or whatever. I'm just asking.
No, if you must know, I'm a hyper-selective introvert.
Which is. All right, I'll make note of that for later. What's / decisive action?
That's like activities that potentially would jolt someone awake, like maybe not literally, but it would at least force somebody to confront reality if they're capable of confronting reality. Just sort of prompt them to question, like, what is this value system I'm living in? How much of this is bullshit? It'd be like kind of a wake up call sort of thing.
Okay, so these type of wake up call type scenarios or these events are these things that they're plotting to do?
You say plotting like it's like you got a crime ring. No, it's not.
Criminal.
It's not necessarily vindictive. They're not like trying to hurt people. It's like graffiti and shit. It could be anything. It could be vandalism. It could be just chaos with
So just small things like light crime, essentially.
You have to put it in your language. All right.
Okay, let's see here. / the reckoning. Does that one involve hurting people?
Not like one person. It's about like an event that could bring about some kind of societal reset. Not necessarily creating it. It could just be sort of fantasizing about it. Like, what sort of thing would it take to level the playing field?
So leveling the playing field because life is unfair.
I mean, life doesn't have to be fair, but if you're getting the shit end of it, you should be doing something to fight back. Even if you're not doing it, you should be running those hypotheticals. It's very appealing.
I see. How about / anti-sapien?
Against sapient, against humans.
Humans against humans.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're all humans there, so yeah.
Okay, again, you're gonna have to explain that to me. How someone could be against their own species.
But if that's your actual conviction, then you're not just believing what's shoved down your throat to believe that we're superior. Like, yeah, it could be a very honest belief. If you believe it, you can't change what you believe.
So you guys are like anarchists.
It's, again, not you guys. I didn't say I'm part of any of this. But within that sub, it could be anarchists. It could be people who just want to see the world turned over to other species of life. It could be anti-natalists. It could be, there's a lot of groups that fall into that, I guess.
That's the second time you've mentioned natalists. What do you mean by that?
Natalist is like someone who just believes that people should just create more people. Like, just buying that narrative.
Do you have a position on that?
I mean, people are going to do that no matter what, so it's whatever. It's
Not
just
you?
natural. No, I'm not going to. Not as long as that takes my energy. I'm not going to just give it away like that.
So you don't have a lot of energy to spare.
I'm not like in a state of malaise, but no, I don't want to just give it away for free like that. I do things fine on my own.
Okay. What is / traffic cones?
You can't be like offended if I answer this.
Yeah, again, these are just groups that you've interacted
Girls
with
with pointy
online.
tits. This is literally what it is. And I'm not saying I'm part of this. You asked what it is, I know what it is.
Sure. I don't know about any of that. It's not a problem either way. I just want to connect the dots. Okay, they're
Connect the dots.
just in case there are some people of interest in these groups that you're associated with. So we just want to make sure, you know. And you said obviously. Did you say obviously?
No, it was a joke, but
Well,
well, you're clearly getting at something. So I don't know what. You just maybe you could start talking about what people you're looking for, and I can tell you.
yeah, well, look, I'm not terribly interested in traffic cones, but I'm just trying
Look
to
into
see
it.
what you can share with me, okay? You know, maybe traffic cones has something to do with enforcing rules, or maybe
No, I know what it's about. I'm
see
not,
them or something like that. Like I don't know. Like I'm learning here, okay? What about /Nick feeds?
that's like Zen and vape memes, basically.
Zen, like the tobacco products.
Nicotine, that tobacco.
Nicotine.
Yeah, that's Zen.
Are you a big user of nicotine?
I mean, usually I have a couple of Zen popped in, and then I'll, when the flavor runs dry, I'll just take a puff. After a night's sleep, it hits pretty good. I used to smoke cigars, but the body hit just isn't the same, so it's just not healthy, so good.
Okay, interesting. I'm learning some new terms here. Okay, so bear with me here. And actually, I've visited this site, and I do have a few questions about it. Okay.
Not types of stuff.
Now, this is where I'd really like you to be upfront with me because we just touched on about 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 different subdecks that you just happen to be familiar with, and at this point, do you think we can agree that it is you?
On some occasions it has been me. That doesn't mean that everything in the digital footprint is me. Can I get a better chair? This is
Okay, alright, fine. So look, I'm going to read a transcript of a video that your account has interacted with, and tell me if this sounds familiar, okay? This is just a snippet, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but if you could bear with me here. It says, they give me top in the whip when they see me rocking the drip. Bitches looking to bond when I pull the stock
I know
from
what
my
you're
hip. 007 digits, what I cop with this shit. If you tryin' me, you dyin' for a pop in the lip. I can kind of see you laughing there. Why is that?
Because you're reading it all. You're reading it like a fucking thesis paper.
Well, tell me why is it supposed to be funny?
Yeah, it's a parody. It's about Zen. It's
Okay. Well, you commented fire underneath it. I'm not sure what you meant by any of that. Okay, though I do have my suspicions.
no suspicions. It's a comedy video. It's got references you wouldn't understand. That's
Look, I'm not.
where the parody comes in.
I'm not
It's
saying
got a
that.
double meaning.
I'm saying a video that sounds like it's about street violence on a
Oh
rip
my
deck
God.
subdeck. So, well, just explain it to me then. What's the double meaning in pull the stock from my hip?
He's pulling out a can of Zin that says, I think it was like 24. It's some gram quantity that doesn't actually exist. That's the joke.
Ian, are you familiar with 24 caliber pistols?
I'm aware that that's a thing. I'm not a gun guy, but
Well, that would refer to generally a 24 caliber Glock, 9mm
but
firearm.
it doesn't. If they wanted to say Glock, they would have said that because actually Glock sounds better in a rap. But they said, what, stock?
Okay, well, stock can refer to a weapon as well.
Okay, but it doesn't. It's a fucking comedy video about Zen, and you're trying to plant a meaning onto it that I don't think you even think that's real. I think you want that to be real, and you're making it all match up, but that's not what it is. I'm telling you that is absolutely unequivocally not what it is.
So you're sure? I mean, I agree that there's a double meaning to this whole /Nick Fiends thing, but I think it might go further than a silly video.
The whole Nick, no, it's you could ask anybody on there. You think you could point to other pieces of content on that sub and explain how that ties into anything except.
Alright, give me
Check your notes. Check your
Yeah,
notes.
that's what I'm looking at, because we're just right in the right spot.
Sherlock's on the case.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of
Nothing.
great information.
Nothing from you. You
That's
just
true.
letting this guy run the show over here. Alright, cool, I'll wait.
You do need to understand there's a deep, dark world underneath a lot of this stuff.
I understand. It's. I'm not fucking stupid. Okay.
I'm not saying that you're stupid. Okay, I'm an experienced detective, and I'll admit it wasn't easy for me to go to piece this together. Right?
Dude,
I would have called.
dude.
I wouldn't have called you here.
Real fucking act you put on there.
I wouldn't have called you here if I didn't think that you didn't have some valuable information. Okay, so let me ask you something that might seem unrelated. Let me ask you something that may seem unrelated. Okay.
Oh, another thing that's unrelated.
Then we'll get back on track. Deal? Alright. Alright. So you can think on this one for a second if you need to, right? Do you know who Nicholas Means is?
I've heard of him.
Tell me what you know about it.
He's an influencer guy who, he's kind of a propaganda artist. He was very like,
Hyper fundamentalist, hyper traditionalist, anti-ascendant, pro-natalist, con artist, really. Yeah. He had a lot of shit to say.
Nicholas Means was a motivational speaker turned TikTok influencer who built his brand arguing online with people like Eden. As his online popularity grew, he took a hardline stance against what he called the social epidemic of militant apathy, and had recently begun hosting live debates in various cities to face off with any neckbeards who would crawl out of their dungeons to face him and his supporters.
Anything else?
I mean, he's dead. He died near here.
2 weeks before this interview, Means' body was found in a brushy embankment, shot twice in the face.
Now, do you know why?
What?
Do you know why he's dead?
Not in like a ideological sense. I know. I read the reports that he was shot, so he died from a bullet to the face. If that's correct.
And how'd you hear all this information?
I read reports about it.
So from like the people in your groups or the
Not
or the
groups.
subdecks that you're a part of?
It wasn't like the people are talking. It's like news shows up on these things, so it was probably on a sub. Could have just been on my phone.
So why do you think it is that people were talking about him on these subdecks?
Well, on the subs, it would have just been like, dude, this is crazy. Like, because people knew who he was, so when somebody dies, it's like, it's kind of a big deal. It's somebody that you know about.
Okay. Well, so on these subdecks where they're talking about him, it was just about him being dead. Nothing else or anything else in those subdecks where his name may have been brought up a few times or anything about him specifically.
There's nothing in the sub. None of those subs are like obsessed with him, like you seem to be. Like I wasn't talking about this till you brought it up. I don't think that they would be proportionately more affected than anyone else in mainstream society.
Okay. Well, how did it make you feel? Like any of this stuff about him?
I mean, I didn't feel fondly toward him, but he's an NPC. He's not going to have a serious. Nothing he says is going to be that. You got to take it with a grain of salt. Like he's just an idiot running his mouth.
And just to clarify, which kind of NPC are you referring to here?
Well, I mean, both. He's a non-player character and a negative product character.
So, from that perspective, how do you feel about his death?
I don't feel like. I mean, I guess it would depend on if his death has some kind of chain reaction that, you know, if people with martyrdom fetish kind of like, where they go carry the torch and they keep harping on his talking points and, you know, trying to ostracize the people I identify with, then that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, personally, wouldn't be top of my list.
Do you have a list? People you
No,
want dead?
not. Oh my god. No, I don't have a list. If this is about me and you think like some kind of involvement, I would appreciate you getting to the point because you're trying to catch me in it. With. No, I don't have a list of people I want dead.
Do you know how he was killed?
Again, I probably read the same level of information you did. It says that he was shot for all I know, he might have killed himself. But if he was murdered, I mean, it's very unlikely I would have any information for you about that because most of the people I interact with aren't even local to here.
So that report that you got, would you say that was on the subjects?
I think so. I don't remember which one, if it was one of them.
Is that something that you might have seen discussed on /Nick Fiends?
Not like that's the least likely of them. Why would it be? I don't know why it would be.
Really?
What are you getting at?
Well, I suggested that the Nick and Nick Fiends doesn't refer to nicotine. It could also
Oh my god.
have a double meaning. You mentioned double meanings too.
Yeah, it has a different double. Yeah.
So how could
Say that shit.
So-
say that shit.
maybe this could
Fucking
be
say that shit.
You know, a cover up, double meaning for a plot to kill or be against Nick
Oh
Fiends.
my god. No.
No.
That's just so far off base. I can't believe that I'm sitting here talking to a cop who's saying that right now.
Again, some of these posts that are on there might be perfectly innocent, but
Some
people don't actually know what's going on there.
Okay, we're not fucking naive. If someone wants to say shit or plot against somebody, they're not going to do it on there. They don't need a cover on RipDeck. They're going to do it on the dark web or something. There's plenty of ways they could.
Do you use the dark web? Like, is it really that easy?
It is quite easy.
How do you access the dark web?
I didn't say I did.
Have you ever?
I know how to access the dark web.
Okay, how do you access it?
I'm not going to tell you if you don't know.
Just
You just want me to teach you how to get on the dark web?
sure, yeah. Like, how do you access it? I mean, I know plenty of ways, so I'm just curious which one you use.
.onion is the most common one.
.onion. What kind of stuff do you find on those .onion sites?
Dude, what kind of stuff? It's not like this fucking twisted fucking underworld of wild shit. You could find anything. It's the internet. It's still the internet.
Well, you just said that people might use it to plot against someone. Did you know?
They might.
So have you witnessed that sort of thing?
I cannot recall a specific time when people have plotted against someone. I've seen a lot of shit.
Yeah, so when you see somebody conspiring to commit a crime, you don't think to report it to authorities?
If I saw it, that would not be my first thought. I would deal with that sort of thing in my own way. I'm not like, oh, the police. Like, that's not where my mind goes. I have my own kind of sense of justice.
Well, tell me a little bit more about that. Tell me, what does dealing with it in your own way look like?
I mean, it could look a lot of ways. I've come across things before that, I conducted some pretty successful psyops, and, just kind of get to the bottom of things that way.
Let's back up real quick. So what do you mean by psyops?
Psychological operations.
Right, but you understand that psyops isn't really a freelance activity. Right.
And yet I'm doing it to measurable results, so.
So, like, you've busted people doing bad things.
It's not. I've uncovered things.
So,
Right.
when you were given a restraining order from the girl
Oh.
who thought you were stalking her a few years ago, what did you think you were conducting psyops at that
I
time?
used psychological techniques to prove that she was fucking lying about a lot of shit.
Really?
So
Eden, like, you have to understand that real psyops is a specialized field. So, like, it's more than just messing with people. Like, that's
I'm
trained
not
people. You're not a police officer, you're not a psychologist, you're not in the military, you're, civilian.
I was military.
You were military.
Yeah,
Okay.
for a short time.
And you didn't think to mention this when we were talking about your background.
I didn't care to. It's not something I'm like super proud of.
Why is that? Most veterans are pretty proud of their service.
I was asked to do things that I didn't agree with, and it came to an end.
Okay. When was this?
My early 20s.
And what branch are we talking about?
Special operations.
What branch are we talking about?
Oh, Army.
And where were you stationed?
I didn't have like a permanent like battle station. I was attached to a post at Northview, and yeah, from there I was kind of put on other assignments. I would report back and do fitness activities and that kind of stuff.
If it's not already obvious, Eden's war stories are total bullshit. At most, it sounds like he visited a recruiter and asked for a cool-sounding MOS, and maybe checked in at MEPS before bailing out.
So I'm actually still in the reserves, and I'm pretty sure I think I would know about an Army base up in on the north side. Would you say north side?
Well, the military complex is huge, so I mean you don't always have. It's not a big base or something. That's just where I reported to.
Okay. So you had to participate in some kind of operation you didn't agree with and just pieced out?
Yeah, basically. Once I decided it was time,
And how long did that take?
it's like within a week from when I decided, it's curtains on this operation. I was gone.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen anyone get out of any branch that way, even if they did something completely off.
It was probably just kind of the nature of the specialty. They
Okay, like what? Like what type of things? Like,
well, I'm not going to talk about everything that I did in the military. It's classified stuff, but
alright.
wipe the slate clean, and but also I had a cancer scare, and so that sort of complicated things. With the back spasms as well.
Okay.
And PTSD contributed to memory loss.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm getting all this information here. Okay, so the back injury was that was while you were in as well, and
Yeah.
then that was nervous system. So are you collecting VA disability right now?
Oh, not really. I just didn't want to be connected to the government longer than I had to be after that.
So. All right. And you mentioned something about a cancer scare. What kind of scare was it? Like a tumor?
It was it was around my brain, and caught it before it became super invasive.
Wow.
But
That is scary. So did they have to cut you open and get it out?
No. It hadn't metastasized, so it was just like a laser operation.
Was that the little mark on the side of your head is?
Yeah, that's what's left of it.
So maybe it was like a non-malignant carcinoma?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But
In other words, he never had cancer.
Jesus Christ, wow. Man, you said you had some PTSD as well. From what exactly?
don't want to go into that.
No. Okay, but that was the medical diagnosis, was PTSD?
I mean, you can have PTSD can cause you to lose your memory, and that's what happened. Yeah.
I bet. Okay. So I just gotta ask, why is there no record of your military service? Usually I can find some kind of documentation that someone was in the military.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know, right? There's a lot more than they put in public view. So once the operations were done, it's kind of wipe the slate clean. Kind of thing.
So you're saying they scrubbed you from the record?
It's not like me getting him, but yeah, once I was gone, they didn't get a record of it.
Okay, alright. You've probably seen some things I could never fathom. But as I understand it, you've expressed that you had personal convictions that went against the military and what they asked you to do. So you have this whole moral quandary going on, and you like to perform psyops, catching people doing things, and handle it in your own way. So can you kind of better explain what this morality of yours is?
You want me to put a label on it? Like it's not always that simple. I guess.
I'm just trying to see if you can put it into words for me.
Yeah. I'm semi-solipsist. Meaning not
What-
entirely convinced that I'm the only one, but it's a small number, most likely.
What does that word mean again? I'm sorry, I'm not a scholar.
It means the only conscious beings. So only aware of. Cognito ergo sum. You can only know what you know, and I err on the side that it's most likely that I am the only one who perceives reality.
So you do subscribe to that belief system.
I did not subscribe. Like that's where I stand. And it's not brainwashing. I didn't.
So there's something telling you that other people aren't real, is what you're kind of getting at.
Well, no, there's nothing telling me they are. It's to me, it's obvious from the fucking improbable reality that that I exist in this timeline, that humans are so fucking stupid, and yet they've still somehow managed to harness the energy of the universe into communication platforms that move at the speed of light in this somewhat optimal conditions for life, while at the same time being so hung up on petty bullshit. But it seems like the reality that a god self would choose. A god self, a true king has a god self, and it wouldn't make sense for a god self to select any lesser reality than the one I'm living in, and most people are living in such a subhuman state. I mean, they're so fucking petty and, retarded. God self wouldn't select that, and so they're not true kings, they're not aware, so solipsist.
Alright, so not sure I understood all of that, but when I'm seeing the true king come up again, that's the one about the people who believe the real ones, or the select few are real.
They are the ones who can attest to why they are among the real.
So what convinces somebody that they're real and other people aren't?
Well, if you're real, you know you're real. The way to I guess, not confirm, but to identify another true king is if they can attest to the subhuman reality that the NPCs are living in. They can log the NPC activity, because another NPC is not going to call out other NPCs on that, and they can testify to the oppression that is faced by the true kings and the awares, because again, an NPC is not going to fucking see that, and so you build credibility that way, and that's how you know that that's somebody who you can identify with, and you would populate with and you would protect it.
So is there like a contract or something that you guys have, or a promise of support?
This isn't
between
a
you?
fucking cult. It's not, but you look out for each other, because if there's only a small few of you who are actually existing in the same plane of reality, then obviously you're going to take measures to ensure your survival, and that's why they have the true queens who they nominated to be the ones who kind of carry the true king line, and it's just a matter of identity.
Okay, alright. So essentially,
what everyone is doing. I don't know what motivates everyone. It's not a choice to join this thing. You are part of it. That's how naturally you would behave, to look out for your own.
So looking out for your own. So essentially, you guys kind of have each other's backs. So would you say that's something that kind of cover for each other if they were to do something wrong?
That wouldn't be, again, there's not like a contract, but wrong is completely different by this black and white sense of morality that you live in, if they're doing something that is right by their God self, then we're gonna look out for them. We're not gonna maybe sign off on it because who knows how it's gonna affect all of us. But the consequences might not be in our favor, but we're still gonna weigh that in accordance with the fact that they're real and living in a world of fakes.
So do you believe that you guys are gods?
Yes, but not the way you define God. I mean, I'm assuming, but yeah.
Okay. Well, do you believe in any kind of right and wrong? Because you just mentioned a lot about.
Yeah, like axiomatically, like there's better and worse ways to get to certain ends. So that's what it means. There's not a cosmic dictator.
Okay. So right and wrong, ways to certain ends. So if you were to see one of these true kings say, "Hey, I'm thinking of killing this guy," what do you? I mean, is there any part of you that says, "Hey, this is wrong," or you just say, "No,
I'm
he's a true
gonna
king"?
weigh whether it makes sense or not. It's
So the ends have to justify the means. Is what you're saying.
yeah. The ends can justify the means.
Okay. All right. Let's say that most of you agreed in particular that a particular individual.
You're gonna latch onto means. You said ends justify the means. You're talking about Nicholas Means now, aren't you? It's funny.
I'm just trying to get here to this. Okay.
You better not use that.
So let's just say, with your group of true kings, that several of you have a particular individual that you're against, and you wanted that person dead. Would y'all just say, "All right, let's take him out"?
Weird hypothetical. I have not seen that happen.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's no morals.
Okay, then maybe, but you still have to weigh how that's going to play out. There's still going to be ripple effect. There's still going to be consequences without morality.
So, speaking of consequences, have you ever seen a true king or true kings at all get put away, go to jail?
I've heard of it happening.
And how's that turn out? I mean, does anybody?
Well, if their God self-appointed them to do whatever got them sent to prison, then it's going to work out for them. So it's kind of going to test reality itself. If things can happen that are going to be unpleasant, we're going to try to ensure that it doesn't. The true kings are going to remember them. The true queens are going to take care of them.
Like physically?
Yeah, if they can get to them. I mean, a dominant male is always going to be appealing, and that could be what keeps the true kings going.
So if one of these true kings does a kind of noble act of violence, okay, but the other true kings are going to try to reward him, and maybe the true queens are going to want to have sex with him. That's fair to say?
Sure.
Okay. Well, that's just kind of an unwritten...
He also might, like, if he's in prison, because true kings are the only ones that can actually suffer. So they're trying to make sure that he doesn't suffer. Worst case scenario, I mean, it's not even a bad thing, but he might log out. He might become an NPC. That's still a noble way to go out. They're just trying to support each other. That's all I can say.
I'm just trying to recap with you, make sure I understand kind of everything that you're talking about.
Yeah, you're not.
And
You're not going to understand it because either you're not conscious or you're not smart enough to understand that.
Alright, Eden, would you tell me honestly if Big Means was a target in one of these chat rooms? Or if his killer was in any of these chat rooms?
I don't think I would necessarily know, and I don't think it's very likely because, again, they're not local.
You're local though. Did you kill Nick?
No, I absolutely did not kill Nick.
Right.
I would.
So did you kill Nick because you wanted respect and sex
I
from
didn't
these
kill
true kings
Nick.
and queens?
No, I don't want sex from true kings. I already told you I didn't. You asked for a respectful dialogue. You're not believing what I say. I told you I didn't kill him.
Alright, look, let me tell you what I think happened. Alright,
Tell me what you
Eden. And I'll tell you why I think it happened, okay? I think that either you or your chat room buddies or what a True Kings, y'all all got together, saw this guy on the news who went and shot that medical CEO, and you see all the popularity he's getting, you see all the women that are just kind of sitting down, wanting to be on his side, wanting to go after him, suck his whatever, you know. And I think that you did that. I thought someone had a great idea that, you know what, I'm gonna do that. I want the attention from the true queens. I want that. I want all that true queen, true king life. And I think you pulled the trigger. I think you literally pulled the trigger, and now it's time to face the music. And it's time to do something really brave, right?
Like what? Give you a false confession? Is that what this is? I think that's exactly what you're going for. So that was a great speech, and there's some amazing fan fiction, not the reality.
Right.
So you need to present some actual evidence, like at least a good argument.
And let me ask you this. Do you remember where you were when you found out that Nick Means was been killed?
I don't remember exactly where I was. I was looking at the internet, either on my phone or my computer.
Okay, so...
I saw the story online.
Okay, so you
But
know...
no, I don't remember where I was.
Okay. So you at least knew that you saw it online at some point, correct? So let's just let's back up to the night of the morning of the killing. Can you account where you were?
No.
No as in you don't want to say, or no as in you don't remember where
No,
you
I
were?
don't know, because it wasn't that important, and then it came out in the morning, and it happened, I think, in the night, so.
Well, I think I do.
You do what?
Pretty sure I know where you were.
Okay,
So
please tell me.
Okay, so let's talk about where I can place you last. Okay, and you're welcome to fill in the timeline here after I show you this. So I've got you on a surveillance tape walking across Sycamore Town Plaza at 1:41 a.m. What led to this?
Yeah, no, okay, I can work with that. I was at my friend's house, Justin, walked from his place across Sycamore Plaza to Carl's, the 24-hour, and then got a ride from there back to my house.
You said Justin. Last name?
You don't need his last name.
So Justin lives in the Sycamore Apartments,
Yes.
and you traveled all the way from your place on to Justin's on foot.
No, I didn't travel on foot. He picked me up, and then the plan was that I could take a bus or an Uber back. I didn't know how late I was going to be out.
To just save him the trouble.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have a plan.
Were you intoxicated? Like, I don't care if you were. I've got bigger fish to fry.
We've been smoking. We were fried. And it was late. So
Okay. Okay. So you left his home around, I'm guessing 1:30. You're a little bit stoned. You decide to walk to Carl's. You get something to eat. And I assume then you get an
stop
Uber.
assuming.
Is that about correct?
That's about correct. Uber or Lyft, I don't remember. I could check if you want to see it.
So if I asked Justin, he'd say the same thing.
He'd tell you what he remembers. I don't know if he would remember exactly what time I left, because he might have been out there, but he will remember whatever he remembers.
Well, for your sake, I hope you remember spending the day together.
I mean,
you were there for what? That
from,
afternoon
like, the
into
time
that
is-
evening?
Yeah, like when, I don't know, it was still barely light out, so maybe like 7 p.m. or something.
7 p.m. So in that period, you didn't go anywhere else?
No.
You were at his house until you left, walked across the street to the plaza.
Don't you have a photo that shows where I was? Can you?
Yeah, well, I got that right there.
Okay, yeah, I went to Carl's. That's me at Carl's.
Okay.
That's where I was. At fucking 1:53.
Okay. Didn't walk in the other direction at all. Maybe you got lost, or you were just walking around something.
No, I was never lost. I just walked across the plaza
What?
to Carl's, and then I fucking took a ride and left. I didn't even move from there.
This is gonna be really hard to backtrack on if you don't get your story straight.
My story is straight. You have it right. That's my alibi. I'm right there.
All right, look, I'm asking because somebody placed you near the scene of the crime, which was a good quarter mile in the other direction.
Then
Same
it
exact
wasn't
outfit.
me.
Same exact
No.
outfit as you're wearing here, right here. This outfit, right there. Same exact outfit.
Hoodie and pants.
Yeah.
Somebody who? What do you? Somebody fucking.
Look,
They well, obviously wasn't me. Like, I didn't go that way. I wouldn't have gotten there and back fucking quarter mile or whatever you said. I left at 1:30, so if Justin tells you I left at 1:30, then we're
but you
straight.
didn't even know where there was, so how do you...
You said it was the other direction. I didn't go the other direction. I went straight fucking east or whatever it is to
Okay, well,
Carl's.
you said you were walking eastbound on Dixie Bridge, away from where
He
Nick's
said
body was
that.
found. Well, yes,
I didn't cross the bridge. So whatever he saw, it wasn't me.
They were pretty specific. Okay.
So please
About
tell me
what they
what's
saw.
specific about
I'll
what
tell
you
you,
saw.
it was a passerby. He saw a guy just right there. Let me read his report here. So, saw a guy in this exact outfit, black hoodie, black pants.
That was his words, this exact outfit. So you showed him this first?
He saw a guy, and I'm telling you, in this exact outfit, black hoodie, black pants.
That's a blue hoodie.
Alright, we might have been mistaken on that part, but he also mentioned the backpack, okay?
Oh, that narrows it down to what? 5 million people? That's the most nondescript person you can describe.
He put the height at 5'10" to 6 foot.
The
You're
most generic white adult male height
you're
in
5'11".
America.
You're right in the middle.
Let me answer a question for me, okay? How fucking close was he?
An inch? There's a
To me?
2-inch gap.
No. How close was he traveling to me?
See here. He was passing right under the bridge as you were on the overtop
Under the
lane.
bridge, in the middle of
On
the
his
night,
near side.
and he thinks he can judge my height. How tall is the traffic light on further down Dixie Road? How tall is that traffic light from red to green? I'm asking you your estimate. How tall do you think it is?
I would probably say 3 to 4 feet.
Okay, but you just gave a 1 foot range. You think this man can estimate height within 2 inches? And even if he did, he described the most
Yep. And you
generic
got it
male.
pretty spot on. 1
Who
inch.
fucking cares?
Okay.
He described every man walking around at night. That's your evidence. You need to come up with better arguments.
Look.
If you want me to even stay here.
I'm not the one who believes he's the only real person alive.
Well, I'm not the one conducting a criminal investigation. Take this shit fucking seriously.
We
This is
have
your
you
job
on
and this
video.
is my life. Wait, you have a video at Carl's?
No, at the bridge.
No, I know you're fucking lying. You are fucking evil. That is 100% you are trying to frame me. You fucking know what I mean. You are the
Sit
definition
down.
of evil.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Oh, he punched. Officer, you saw him punch me. Oh my god.
Tone it down. Sit down.
Here's the
We're gonna.
tissue.
Take your fucking tissues. You come back when you're ready to ask me real questions. No, you know what? Actually, I don't need him to come back. Yeah,
Tone
step
down.
away, step away.
We're
He
gonna
doesn't
step
need to
away for now.
You gonna? I don't fucking care that I'm
We have
bleeding.
tissues right
You got
here.
a fucking stump of a head
You
here.
got tissues right there, buddy. Alright. Like I said, you're a good boy. You're good.
Eden apparently didn't expect anyone to check the trash can. Now watch his reaction when he hears the detectives returning to the door.
Alright, Eden, you ready to talk now?
I'm not fucking talking to you. I'm talking to her.
You're gonna keep talking to him.
I will request a lawyer then.
I thought you didn't believe in lawyers.
I believe they exist, and I can have a good long think about it, and maybe I can get one to sue your ass.
Okay, alright, look. Do you want to continue this interview? Okay, I told you that.
Why
if
don't you just shut up and give me a minute while I'm bleeding out over here and you haven't even asked if I'm okay? And I will decide if I'd like to continue this interview. If we continue, you need to actually make a real argument, and I'm not going to wait all day for it. Okay? I put my body on the line, I put my sanity on the line, I don't have the bandwidth for what you're doing right now, and we're dismissing everything you just said because everyone in this room knows that that was a lie. And I'm done with it. I'll tell you when you can continue. Oh, God. You're acting like you aren't even seeing this. I should be trying you right now. This is... Fuck me. Okay, you know what, just, yeah, fuck, you know what, my time is valuable. Ask your damn questions.
Okay.
Go ahead, ask your questions.
I just wanted you to get a
I don't
second
have
to
it.
get your composure.
Dude, stop fucking disrespecting me like that.
Eden-
Waiting for me to get my composure. Waiting for you to fucking grow a backbone.
Eden, what we're looking at here may not be a smoking gun situation, per se. It's preponderance of evidence. Do you know what that means?
I think you mean that you think that you have more evidence against me than I have in defense of myself, which is not true.
It's important to note here that a preponderance of evidence, which is normally cited in civil cases, not criminal, wouldn't be enough to convict Eden even if the detectives had it. In this case, Eden will only be arrested if he confesses or if there's enough evidence to label him a danger to the public. Detective Paddock is hoping that if he attacks Eden from a number of angles and convinces him that this is just the tip of the iceberg, Eden will slip up and confess, or at least yield to a property search.
That means in this case, what we have is a lot of little things that are stacking up and pointing to you being the very, very likely suspect. Okay? But what we want to hear is your side of the story before we push deeper into the investigation.
In what? Police brutality case? I think I fucking know who the suspect is there.
Well, that's-
Okay, please tell me what actual evidence you have then. What is your preponderance evidence that has led you to this conclusion, officer?
So, for one, we have your extensive long history of certain patterns in your online activity. So,
Yeah, okay, so tell me what that means. I'm not fucking going along with that until you explain.
look, I'm going to give you the chance to explain yourself, alright?
I would love that.
Okay? What we see is a pattern of violent ideations. You know what that means?
I
You know what I mean
know
by
what violent ideations are. I don't know what you mean in reference to me.
Okay, I'll give you some example here. You used to post what you called freestyle raps, yeah?
I have live streamed raps before. I might have shared some links to them.
Alright. It's out there. Okay? And I just want to read some lyrics from one of these freestyle raps. And you can tell me if this sounds like somebody who might glamorize acts of violence, okay? You said, and I quote, "I carry the squad, I be there like a vessel, fight the fight in me scary, the way that I wrestle, WWE, like when will E settle, the vet that they question, better call me Ray Kessel, how dare you be so careless, y'all can't get on my level, I'm rare, but never soft unless you're saying I'm evil."
Evil with like softy.
What does evil mean?
It's not. Just continue. Or fucking. You fucking suck at rap.
Okay. Right. So let me finish this real quick, alright?
I bring the
I'll
deep
bring the
devil,
deep
get your girl all
devil.
disheveled when I go hard and slay her like some heavy metal.
So correct me if I'm wrong, if there's an innocent double meaning like the nicotine
It's
thing.
a rap.
But-
The meaning is it's tough.
No, what I'm hearing is an endless reference of violence, like for no particular reason.
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing that. It's not fucking violent. I'm not a violent person. I would never commit a fucking violent crime out of passion. I'm very controlled. I'm very measured. I don't know what you're hearing in that makes you think I'm violent.
Okay, well, forgive me, but I'm not a rapper or anything, okay? So I'm reading it at a pace so we can break it down line by line. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so first it's about how you're a fighter. You're scary. Sure.
It's a metaphor.
Okay, that could be a metaphor. Okay. But then it kind of makes you wonder, is this guy serious?
Okay, fucking wonder away, dude.
Okay. So then you say the vet that they question. Referring to yourself,
Yeah,
I
like you
assume.
did, yes.
Referring to yourself.
Because I'm a vet, right.
Okay. And then you compare yourself to presumably another vet named Ray
It's a
Kessel.
different kind of vet.
Can you elaborate on who that is or what it stands for?
I can.
Or means?
I'm not.
Is it referencing something that I should know?
Yeah, probably, but just different.
I think I know.
You got something?
But we'll come back to it.
Up to this point, Detective Foles has been so quiet that we could almost forget she was there. And yet, something about this reference she's caught is enough to elicit a sudden response.
Yeah. We'll look into that.
Yeah, I heard.
Okay. Let me move to the evil Abel thing.
There's nothing there.
Let's see. I know you talked about this moral relativity worldview, so maybe your definition of evil is a little bit different from others, but
I'm sure it's different from yours.
am I at least correct that you're saying evil is a common perception of who you are?
Clearly.
Okay, clearly.
You're fucking case in point. You're perceiving me as evil.
I mean, you seem to be
You're
okay with
doing
this
everything I
image
fucking described here.
that you'll say you'll bring the D devil, so it's not just sex that you're talking about, it's demonic sex.
What the fuck is demonic sex?
That's my question.
You're making
to you.
shit up. I didn't
That's-
fucking. Okay, you know what? Arrest
that's-
me for
you're-
demonic sex. Fucking take me in, officer. I committed demonic sex against the Lord. Go ahead. Guilty as charged.
Alright. Like, maybe this will clarify something for you. Make your
Bleeding
girl,
out from all the demonic
Oh.
sex.
Make your girl all disheveled.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Okay.
Mhm.
Not
Necessarily
necessarily a police matter.
Yep.
But
Fucked
then,
him up.
But then it's go hard and slay her like some precious
Slayer. It's not slay her. Slayer.
metal. Slay her like the rock band.
Like, sure, kind of, yeah.
So it's not slay her.
It's not everything is that black and white. Just it can mean two things at the
Well,
same time.
exactly. I'm not a moral relativist like you.
Okay, well, maybe you could just fucking understand that not everything means exactly what you think it means all the time.
You know what? Look, it feels like you're trying to miss the point with word games. Okay.
If you don't want to play word games, then don't fucking talk to someone who does wordplay about his lyrics.
Aside from the fact that this piece clearly was not a freestyle, Eden has a point.
Okay, well,
Maybe
if
don't
you-
punch him in the
if-
face
if-
either.
If you write lyrics, poetry, that kind of stuff, any kind of writer, you typically write yourself into those works. So basically, it seems like you're writing about a little bit about where your heart's at in this, right?
You don't fucking know where my heart is at.
Okay.
Stop thinking that you know me. You're never gonna know me like that. I am so done with you.
Eden, I think you got the name wrong. It says here you're referring to Raymond K. Hassel from Fight Club.
Yeah, you might be right, actually.
You did get it close though. You said Ray Kessel.
Man, I've seen Fight Club.
You
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck.
You said
Oh,
I-
this guy's
you said I
seen
wouldn't
Fight
know the
Club.
movies that
This guy's
you said
seen
I would
Fight
know.
Club.
I've seen Fight Club.
Now he fucking understands everything. Go ahead, officer. I'm sorry he interrupted you.
It's okay. So the play on words was he's a veteran.
Well,
Do you
he's
know
a
the
veterinarian.
protagonist's name in Fight
That's
Club?
or he wants to be a vet. Shut up! You fucking shut up! Yes, I know the protagonist's name in Fight Club. Get him out! Please get him out of here. Can I call for a break? Can court be adjourned
We'll
We'll
for?
give you a break. We'll give you a break.
We'll step
Eden.
back.
We'll give you a break.
I would like to revisit Fight Club though. With you.
Okay.
The detectives leave middle-class Marshal Mathers to his thoughts for a little over 6 minutes this time. To Eden's great relief, only Detective Foles returns. You can imagine this is a bit of a dagger to Detective Paddock's ego, but it's a wise decision by the pair. Whether or not they intended to elicit a good cop, bad cop dynamic, Eden's intolerance for Detective Paddock has turned the interview into exactly that. Oh, and by the way, the correct answer to Paddock's question is either narrator or he doesn't have one.
Can you grab me a white monster while you're out?
I got you.
Sorry.
Here's your white monster
Oh.
that you asked for. Okay, so where were we?
Fight Club.
So Raymond Hessel, he was the
Yes.
character that Brad Pitt put the gun to his
Tyler
head?
Durden put the gun to his head, was trying
Told
to
him
kind of
to-
light a fire, get him to chase his dreams. And,
Right.
Yep.
Kind of a wake-up call thing?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that the sort of thing you would consider decisive
It's total
action?
miscast, by the way. That guy clearly his name was not like. Sorry, what did you say?
Is that the sort of thing you would consider decisive action?
Oh. Yeah, that could be an example of yeah, sure.
I mean, I feel like that Brad Pitt character kind of embodies your worldview, no?
Well, I mean, he's more of a nihilist. I'm a solipsist, but you got a lot of stuff right. He said some shit about we're a generation raised by women. Last thing we need is another woman. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good quotes. He was two people, technically two people. So.
One has to wonder if Detective Foles would have ever made the Fight Club connection, which seems to have opened the doors to a more honest dialogue, if not for Eden trying to pull a signature Fight Club stunt.
Well,
two characters.
I get the sense you have a clear-cut reason for everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering, if something went terribly wrong by accident, would you tell me?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm very straightforward. We haven't even had, that guy didn't ask, Joe? He didn't ask a single actual straightforward question this whole time. He's just been launching these little meaningless questions and then saying shit, right? If you ask me something, just like, actually ask me what you want to know, yeah, I'll tell you. I'm an open book. And here I've just been sitting waiting for a real question. Yeah, but I already said I didn't have anything to do with the Nick Fiends thing. The Nick Means thing. If it had been an accident, yeah, I would still tell you. I get what you're implying, and that's a fair question, but no.
So, like, does being a solipsist affect how you feel when bad things happen to people?
I mean, I still have to fight like the natural urge to be like an empath. Like I think that's what I am by nature, but mostly just, I mean, my first focus is at how it makes me feel, and then I have to kind of delegate down from that, like, the chain reactions that things will have. Ideally, I'm kind of ambivalent if it doesn't actually affect me.
What about when, like, they happen to yourself?
When things happen to me, I trust that the God self, the divine in me is doing it for a purpose that the shadow self might not understand, but then, I will ascend through whatever happens, because again, I'm the reality that my path is the reality that the God self chose, so if something happens to me that doesn't feel good, like, yeah, I want to avoid that, but I also know that it's going to make me ascend, or I'm going to fulfill whatever it has for me to do, and then I'm going to go back to the NPC.
Right, so at the end of the day, nothing bad can happen to you.
Technically, no.
How about if you went to prison?
That would really test kind of like how the system works, but there's really nothing better than when the true kings, true queens, recognize you, and you go out doing what you were meant to do.
But you wouldn't do anything evil for fun, correct?
Again, this thing about evil. No, I don't do anything for fun. That's not in my nature. I'm not a reactive kind of person. Like,
Do you ever feel lonely, Eden? I mean, you believe you may be the only conscious being alive, and you seem to think other people are very stupid. That sounds lonely.
I have the feeling that you might call lonely sometimes, but like if I can't have who I want around, or if that kind of person doesn't exist, I'm not going to be upset that reality isn't other than it is. So you could call that lonely, but still it wouldn't shape how I act. But, I act on principle. I act on what the divine self tells the shadow self.
Okay, Eden. I want to give you one more chance to tell me point blank. Did you have anything to do with this crime? Even Even if it wasn't cold-blooded murder.
I highly doubt that this would be the last chance if I had something to tell you. Even if it wasn't cold-blooded, you mean like if it was an accident? I already said it's not an accident. If it was self-defense, I would tell you. If I knew anybody who was involved, I would tell you. No, I have nothing to tell you about this case.
Anything.
Anything not about this case?
Anything about this case. So if we search your home, are we going to find any weapons? And it's okay if we do.
Yeah, I would rather you didn't search my home. My parents have a lot of stuff there that I don't really go through, so I couldn't tell you for sure if there's possibly weapons there.
And would your DNA be on those weapons?
I don't really know how DNA travels, so like I can't say for sure if my DNA.
Like your fingerprints.
My fingerprints would not be on any weapons that might be in my home if you were to search it.
Okay, is there
Unless
anything?
you planted it on. Unless that motherfucker from before planted.
Is there anything else? Anything else you know or want to tell me?
Not about the case. Not about that.
You can tell me anything if you have anything to tell me.
I could tell you about other things. I'm not gonna. I don't wanna just. If you give me paper, I'll write down some conditions to tell you other things.
Okay. Here's a couple of paper if you want post-it notes. Here's a pen.
Can you I gotta think for a minute if you wanna step out. So I have some terms for what I want to say that I would want you to sign before I say anything further. So I'll read it to the camera and then you can sign it. This actually, can you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it.
And then it's recorded.
The surrounding information is provided only under the condition that Eden Ekholm will not be tried as insane, nor will he accept community service as a punishment. If imprisoned, will be allowed unlimited visitation including private conjugal visits and a constant supply of Zyn and or flavored vapes. Further, he will be placed in a private cell with a rated mattress and guaranteed at least 12 uninterrupted hours of sleep per day. Eden, I'm not in a position to guarantee a single one of these terms. I'm not your prosecutor, your prison guard, I don't even know if...
Well, you're the closest thing to any of that, so could you at least submit it to the court? Or just fucking keep it in your records.
Okay, so I can't, in good conscience, sign it for you, but I would very much like to know what you have to say.
Okay, well, it's been said on the camera now, so at least it will go with my testimony. So, alright, I'm gonna tell it to the camera. You heard the conditions, and also, Detective Joe had nothing to do.
Jeff,
Can I have my... he had nothing to do with this confession. In fact, he almost made me not want to confess, and he is a detriment to law enforcement, and the public should do everything in their power to select better public representatives. I'm gonna write it down. Sorry, this is hard. I was the man behind the slaying of Ben Foster. He was that elephant poaching son of a bitch doctor from Sacramento. And I acted alone. I was the guy in the red balaclava who struck him in the chest with an arrow from about 50 meters out. Well, he stood outside the courthouse looking like a fucking idiot. And I escaped to the rooftop, and I destroyed all the evidence, so there is no more. And since then I've lost a bit of muscle mass, so that's why I look different from how I looked on that one video where you could see me in the background. But yes, that was me, and it's the only crime I've ever done. And I mean, I hated that guy from the moment that I saw him, and I made sure that there would be no net negative chain reaction to his death before I did it. So I have a clean conscience, and I have no regrets. I guess just keep it as a spoken testimony. My kings, my queens, witness me now.
The elephant poaching doctor that Eden refers to was podiatrist Bill Foster, a verifiable piece of shit who took himself on an expensive guided safari and shaman experience in October, 6 months prior to this interview. He returned with the tusk of an elephant and an unconscionable story of having speared the elephant to death, posing gleefully with the maimed creature. A month later, he was set to be tried for the killing of a non-game species and transporting illegal goods across international borders, as well as an outstanding money laundering charge, when an unidentified bowman took justice into his own hands and pierced his heart with an arrow from 50 yards away. The archer was glimpsed only through grainy footage from a news camera focused on Dr. Foster as he stepped out of his vehicle to enter the courthouse for a preliminary hearing, and couldn't be identified on any other security footage in the area. The case was left a complete mystery, while the killer was hailed a hero on many corners of the web, the likes of which Eden has recently discussed.
Okay, Eden, so you will be placed under arrest until we can coordinate with Sacramento police, possibly federal, depending on Dr. Foster's status.
His status is dead. Whatever. Sacramento, federal.
You know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Before I turn this over, can I ask you a couple questions?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what more you want for conviction, but you can ask me whatever you want.
Okay. What were you doing in Sacramento that day?
Killing Bill Foster.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Drive, 18, 20 hours? Shoot a man with a bow. And arrow and drive back?
Yeah, it was a thrill.
Why Bill Foster?
And it's interesting. Because he was the fucking worst person I could even imagine. He abused so much privilege of wealth and looks and all this arbitrary shit, and used it in the absolute worst way possible against the most innocent. And
Do you have a special affinity towards elephants? I mean,
elephants? I mean, yeah, they're cool.
You got the tattoo because you like elephants.
Oh, the elephant tattoo? Yeah. I think elephants are awesome.
Actually, Eden had shared on Instagram when he got the tattoo that it referred to a fable about moral relativity. But of course, that's just another lie on a long list, and far from the biggest crime on the table.
And I would trade an elephant for Bill Foster's life any day. I mean, like, I would want an elephant over Bill Foster.
Do you feel better now that it's off your chest, killing somebody?
It was never on my chest. It was something I had to do. It was when I did. It was the only reality that ever existed.
Well, I hope by the time you see your day in court, you've had a change of heart. Because however much you hated him, that man had a family.
See, this is the fucking systematic rejection of the ascended that I'm talking about. The man who, the fucking natalist who spit out a bunch of kids is more valuable than someone who is living in the real dimension, and that is, it's fitting. It's fitting.
Well, at the end of the day, whatever you might think society's ethics are, the majority's voice is gonna win this film.
It did. You're gonna think they won. It's.
Anything else you want to tell me before they take you in?
I did what I did. I want life. I want life.
Okay, well, that's it for us, Eden. Just sit tight.
The following morning, Sacramento authorities would arrive to interview Eden and potentially extradite him for holding until trial. With his hand on a DVD copy of Fight Club, Eden swore to tell the truth and gave an account of having shot an arrow through the heart of Bill Foster. He was then subjected to a polygraph test and repeated the same story in vivid detail. The test determined that Eden's story was entirely false. By nightfall, he was released. Eden was turned back over to Martin County law enforcement, where a warrant was finally obtained for a home search. No evidence tying him to the death of Nick Means could be found, and he was never subjected to a polygraph in his home state. Eden was charged with obstructing a criminal investigation and received 9 months of community service.